Welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana has been a practicing psychic for over 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. If you want to know more about what she does, check her out at www.enchantedSky.com.
Here.
Hey,
Good
there.
morning.
Welcome in. How are you?
Good. Good. Like I said, got in here a little late this morning. I didn't have some type of weird thing going on. Have you been having some problems too with some of your technical stuff? Like my phone keeps crashing. My phone actually crashed. Now look I'm locked.
Yeah, we can hear you, which is great. So
There, see what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna try this. I don't know what's going on. So anyway. So today, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to have a guest, and she's a friend of mine. She kind of found me, and I ended up being on her live. So we've been like talking back and forth, and I found her very interesting. So I just have a bunch of things I wanted to kind of ask her, and we're going to kind of do that. So anyway, it's her name's Jill Eng, and she's out in Seattle, I believe. She said, yeah, it was Seattle, Vancouver, Seattle area. So, yeah, bring her on.
Hey, hello.
It's early for you, isn't it? It's like 7:30 in the morning, isn't it?
It sure is, woman.
So you're like, well, what am I going to say? And what am I going to do? Well, what I want you guys to be talking and thinking about is how you're discovering your abilities, how you're discovering your gifts. And that's kind of what the discussion is today. It's all about that. So tell me about yourself, Jill, because I know a lot about you, but tell my followers.
Oh my goodness. It's one of those things when somebody says, tell me about yourself, and you're like,
yeah.
I don't know why. It's one of those things, well, okay, now I have to talk about myself. But thank you so much. First of all, thank you for having me on here. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I've always been interested in tarot, and how when you're young you can always, I don't know, feel other people's energy, and you just kind of know. You just kind of know, and everybody always thinks you're, I don't know, up to something, because how the heck do you know these things?
Yeah.
And you kind of throw people off, but it's fun. My whole life, I don't know, I think it's fun, but yeah, just the past few years been doing it on YouTube.
So when did you start doing this? Like, I know that you're fairly, you're a little bit, to me, you're a newbie.
Right.
Because I've been doing this a long time. How long you been on there?
Yep. So about 3 years next month.
3 years? Okay. Oh, I didn't know that long. I thought it was like a year and a half. Okay.
Yeah. No, I still consider myself kind of like as sort of a newbie, because there's people, that have been doing it for 30 years or longer. And so, yeah. But,
so how did you kind of discover that have you always known? If people told you? Sometimes people tell you. Please hit likes and shares on my TikTok. All right. Thanks.
Where are you live streaming this from, by the way? Is this from TikTok or YouTube, or like, where is it?
I am on 8 platforms, but it's off of StreamYard, and it's out of 216thenet.com. That is a podcast station out of Chicago.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was wondering, like,
but there's 7 or 8 platforms I'm on right now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I was about to say, you know what, Lana, why don't you tell us about yourself? But I know most people know all about you though, pretty much. But
Well, tell us more.
yeah,
Ivo says hugs and kisses for Jill.
aw.
Tell me some more. So tell me, so what's your, now I know you're well, tell me about your ethnicity. Tell me, because I know that's a very prideful thing for you. So, and it's a good thing.
Yes, yes.
Tell me more.
So I'm half Chinese and half white. White. So the white side, my mom, she's on the white side, she's German and Irish and a little Austrian, and then my dad is from Hong Kong. So yeah. So and my nickname, which is my email address, ynese@yahoo.com, is white in Chinese. So Ynese, it's been my nickname for years.
Yeah.
So that's my email if anybody's interested.
So,
but
but we're gonna give all that when you leave. So tell me a little bit what you do. Do you do tarot? What tell me some of the stuff you do.
Yeah, tarot readings, oracle readings, use the Lenormand, the Kipper,
Lenormand.
I use it all. I'm looking down because I have.
So for you guys that don't know, Lenormand is a type of tarot card. Okay, I've got a cassette. There's lots of different times. Hey, have you ever tried the deck of 52? The playing cards? Okay, because I know some people do that too. I had a friend that's all she read was the deck.
Oh, I have one time. I did actually. But it wasn't like a professional reading where somebody paid for it or something like that. But just for fun, a little bit, tried it to see.
All right.
It was
so what is your beliefs? I mean, tell me, because you're different, multi cultures. Tell me what some of your beliefs are. Do you have some belief that are Chinese based? Do you have some Celtic? Explain it.
I have a little bit. I'm one of those people that, like, I don't claim any religion. I was baptized, Catholic growing up and all this, right? As an adult, I believe a little bit of everything, I guess, put it that way. There's a little bit of Buddhism, there's a little bit of Catholic, there's a little bit of this, so a little bit of everything. I believe all the good parts of everything.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? I always say the religion of Lana, and it's my unique religion. And I don't expect anybody to believe exactly like I believe, and that's okay. That's what makes this fun and unique, right?
Yes.
So you're in Seattle, right? Aren't you Seattle?
Right, Seattle.
Yeah, keep telling me to fly to Seattle. When do you want me to come out there? You know what? I've been thinking about it, by the way. We'll have to talk. Yeah. And so now you've got your own channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your channel called? It's on YouTube, right?
Yes, Jill's Us Tarot.
Jill's Us.
Jill's Us. Yeah, because I joke. I don't know if I'm not, Jesus. I'm Jill's Us. But as people that they nicknamed me Jill's Us because they would always say, "No, you're not Jesus, you're Jill's," and so that's why. Now I'm thinking about changing again to Ynese. But yeah.
So what's your belief system on when you read? Because mine, because I am really big into not telling people what to do. I got somebody yesterday. What should I do? I don't know. You tell me. It's your chart.
Yeah.
I truly believe you're creating karma when you tell these people what to do as a responsible reader. Okay. So I don't know. What do you think? How do you do it?
When it comes to telling people what to do?
Well,
I don't tell people. They'll say, "Well, I just want to know if I should leave my boyfriend." And I'll say, "I don't know what you should. I'm not sure if you should. That's up to you. Every decision you make, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm not living your life. You're living your life. It's your path. I'm just here to let you know this or that. If you continue to do this, this may be what could happen. But ultimately, the choice is up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do either. I don't like to. I'm not one of those people."
Well, if you guys don't know, I've had a read recently, and this woman told me, like, I almost walked out on her because she's telling me what I should do to do this and to do, and I'm just looking at her like, that's not how you read. So if you guys are honestly looking for somebody to tell you what to do, don't call me. Don't call Jill. Right? Seriously?
Right.
Because, people don't understand what a great responsibility this is. And when I've got this many people, and I've probably done 20,000 readings. I mean, I've done a lot.
Right.
And I view it as a very big responsibility, and I take it seriously. So I'm not just going to say, leave your husband, he's cheating. No. Yeah, he's cheating, but what are you going to do about it?
Right.
There's your information. That's all I'm giving you. Told somebody something yesterday. It was about she was wondering if this person was seeing an extra person. And even though they were in no commitment, I said, yes, he is. I can guarantee he is. And they're like, really? So that changes my mind a little. I said, well, I'm not going to tell you what to do. So, it's a responsibility. You guys don't view that, it's a responsibility. This whole thing, that's what this is about. Responsibility and care and all that other stuff. Okay. Yeah. I've got my connection keeps going in and out. You guys, I'm telling you, I don't know. Well, I do have a storm coming again. We're having flood warnings. Anyway, and it's coming in and out, in and out. So if you guys, if I get freeze or we freeze or you freeze, I'm out here in the middle of boondocks. So yeah. Anyway, so so you do tarot. What else do you do? I know you do something else. Didn't you do pendulum or something?
Yeah, I have that too. I mean, I have that too. I've used it, but not very many people seem to be interested in that. I never was either until, but then anyways, I got it figured out about it. It's okay. It's all right, but it's not one of my favorite things, but it's something interesting, something different to use, which I use a lot of different things. When I said that, like the Book of Answers, do you have that?
The Book of Answers?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I think is that, you know what? It's very, I've heard of it, and I don't think I have a copy, but I've heard of that.
Like you turn to a page.
Oh, you know what? Yes, I've seen that. Yes, I have. Yeah. Now when you open it, yes, my dear.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So I have that too. People have yes, no. Sometimes, they might want something different. Besides cards, there's the book, there's the Kipper, there's the Lenormand, there's the pendulum. There's lots of different ways to help somebody. Because I believe the same with you is we don't necessarily need to have all that stuff. It's just kind of help.
I don't. Yep. So you guys know you can use tools, right? And when we're talking about tools, we're talking about, Oracle decks. We're talking about tarot decks. We're talking about even Ouija boards. They scare me. I don't like them.
I've never touched one.
I haven't either. I won't touch one. I've had an experience, and one of you guys, I'm going to make a podcast about what happened to me with a Ouija board, because that planchette flew off and hit the wall, and we watched it happen. So I do not play with those.
No.
And stuff it told me scared the heck out of me. So I don't ever, and I did that in college, and I'll never touch one again. But anyway, it's an overflowing energy causing the internet interruption. Ivo says. All right.
Ivo, wait. How do I see this? Ivo.
Ivo. Yeah. It's her overflowing energy.
I told a few people last night that I was going to be on your podcast today. And Ivo's one of the people that, is. Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Ivo's one of my people.
You know what? Ivo, did you follow me from her podcast or her live? Might have.
But a lot of.
When we're all friends, by the way, when we're all friends, we all get people that we know. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a big deal to us because we're friends. So I've gotten quite a few people from Susie Evolutionary, and Susie Evolutionary has gotten quite a few people. It's a big net. It's a big web. So yeah. So anyway, a couple more questions for you. So how did you start your tarot? And do you consider it a business, or is it just more for fun or entertainment? Because I know you read cards because you've pulled them for me.
Both. I'm just now got into the chat. I didn't realize that I could get and watch it also, or see the chat. I didn't think I was able to see the chat, but I guess I can see the chat.
You can see the chat. Yep.
Oh. I got you guys. But I'm sorry, I consider it. What was that?
Don't worry about it. People are calling me. They call me in the middle of my podcast sometimes.
Oh.
For appointments and stuff. It's pretty neat.
So I do it for fun and both. I do it for both. I think I might start it up as a, something bigger, more, I'm thinking about that. But right now, it is more so for fun and entertainment type thing.
Okay.
But people do donate for readings and all that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because you've pulled cards for me. So, but and I've been on your live, and I'm going to pull you on one of my lives too. I haven't done that yet, but I put you on my podcast. So I just, Earl goes, nice ringtone. You guys do know what that ringtone is, right? Like, okay, it's Johnny Horton's Battle of New Orleans. And what it is, they're calling in the middle of my podcast. The reason that I picked that is I think of my dad every time. My dad used to like that song, and he'd play it and try to sing. He couldn't sing to save his life. But so I always think of my dad. That was why I have it on there. So anyway, back to this. So we're kind of sitting around talking like we kind of talk, like when we talk on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Because I talk to her all the time. How did you start learning your cards? Were you self-taught? How did you do all this? So
yeah, pretty much. And YouTube, you know what, Lana, you are actually, when I first started learning tarot and all this, I didn't realize that you could have this, I guess, see all these readers on YouTube. I didn't know. I just happened to one day type in Aries to find my horoscope or something. I'm like, where are my horoscopes on YouTube? I don't know. I typed in Aries, and I couldn't believe what I had found. I'm like, what is all this? All these people reading cards. I said, what?
I've been on YouTube since 19. So it's been 5 years. 6 years. Ken, is it 6 years coming up in July, isn't it? I don't know. Right,
Yeah.
Ken?
Yes, ma'am. 6 years.
6 years. All right. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long while. We've been through a lot of people. There's been a lot. There's a lot that's happened in 6 years. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where he went. Like, what happened?
Oh no, he's here. He's my, he's running the actual podcast. So you guys understand, Kent's my producer. So I'm doing this at home. I was just in Chicago, by the way, Kent. And anybody that doesn't know, I do readings in Chicagoland. I got 250,000 followers on my podcast that are from Chicago area. So if you are interested, I will be reading the second week of June at Evolve. So in Crystal Lake. So you can make an appointment. I was booked solid last week. I like to be booked because that way it makes it worth my time going. But yeah, and there's up to 10 spots. So middle of June. Or wait, no, excuse me. I apologize. Middle of July, I meant. It's like about the 16th or 17th, that Saturday. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, so tell me, just so you self-taught yourself? Because this is
and well, I bought books, Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, go ahead.
I would buy, the decks that come with the books and read through look through the books and for instance, like watch your channel or something, like, who is this lady? She's over here giving readings for, who is she?
I'm thinking of making videos for how I read cards, because I read cards differently. Everybody does it differently. They have their own style. And so I have a different style than other people. I've actually had people question me. That card doesn't mean that, honey. It does to me. And I've been doing it for years. Please don't doubt me. It's the way I do it. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but look for somebody else. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm never jealous. Everybody goes to who they need and who they resonate with. So, I'm okay with it. But just to let you know that, But for me, what I started doing, and I don't know if you guys, when we started learning how to do these cards, you would pull a card every day and you watch to see what happens. And within about 4 to 6 months, you gotta know those cards. That's how I did it. Because you guys start saying, oh, there's a money issue. It's a two of pentacles. So they're juggling money today. Most likely there's going to be a bank problem where I have to move money from one bank account to another. It's like that. And you start paying attention. And after a while, that's really, really high how you learn this. And I am suggesting you don't have to have readings. I'm serious. You don't have to do it. I mean, I'm a medium. So if you're not a medium, and I don't agree with everybody, I don't think everybody's a medium. Everybody says, oh, I can teach anybody to be a medium. Maybe you're medium and don't know it, but there are people who are not. They just aren't. That's not their talent.
I don't think you can teach how to be a medium.
Well,
I think either people are or aren't, you know.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, you ever see them on Facebook saying, "I'm going to teach. I can teach you how to be a medium in 2 hours." And yes, and then they argue with me and get nasty when I say not everybody's a medium.
Yeah.
Not everybody is a healer, a physical healer. Now, a lot of times people will be more than one. There'll be more than one thing. Because I'm also a pet communicator.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm more than one, but most people have more than one. They just do. They're just talents. But not everybody's a medium. Not everybody's a pet communicator. There was one thing that I was just talking to somebody. It's like, I don't get into police things. Now, some people do, cracking cases. And I know somebody that's doing it.
That's, you know what, I talked to someone who knows someone who does it, and I thought about, I would have kind of liked to get into something like that, or help. You know how some people work with them and help them. I would love to do something like that.
Yes, and I find lost objects on occasion. I can help people find lost objects, but there was a huge case about a year ago, and I did get information, and I should have shared it and didn't with the police. So see, I don't know. Maybe I should, I don't know.
But then again, if we tell the police something and it's true, then all of a sudden we are going to be looked at as, oh, well, let's pull them in for questioning. They claim to be a reader.
I think because this is my opinion. You guys tell me if I'm not right. I think because they think we're crazy.
Right.
And we think that we're on the take, and they think that we're dishonest, and they think that we're stealing money, and we're embezzling from people and conning people. And so I'm very, very cautious about what I say to people.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that kind of thing,
you always give you the side eye, the ones that don't understand what this.
Yes, that they're not enlightened. They're not enlightened. You know. Notice I didn't say woke, even though I think it's an awakening. Everybody's doing an awakening, and it's funny that they use the word woke and then they're anti-woke. Yeah, they don't want to keep up with the age of Aquarius, right? Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for talking to me. I'm gonna I'm going to start in a few minutes. I do free questions for 15
okay.
So, but I will talk to you later.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. How can we find you?
Jill's Us Tarot right on YouTube. I'm also on the other platforms, but that's my main one. Jill's Us Tarot right on YouTube. So thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I know it was early for you.
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. There we go. So just letting you know, I get other people's opinions, people who are new, people who have experience, I'm always pulling people on. I do have a person who's a Bigfoot hunter I've been talking to, because I haven't done that in a long time. Remember, I used to do a lot of cryptids, and anything that has to do with any of this, I'm into it. So anyway, but with that said, I'm a little early, but not too bad. I think maybe 5 minutes. What do you think, Kent? You think we should just go up and take questions?
Well, we can. Or do you want to pull a card? We should have had Jill pull a card, huh?
Oh, yeah, we could pull. Yeah, we could have had her and somebody pull a card. Sure. Just for fun. Well, I already pulled cards today. So check me out on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I'm trying to think of where I'm all at. Clapper. I'm on like 6 places. So, okay. But I'm going to pull you guys today. So just for fun.
Just for fun.
Okay. This is success. This is delayed success. So something's delayed for you guys. And remember I said the 2 of Pentacles? They're juggling of money. They're juggling a timer. So somebody's extremely busy, or usually this is money though. Somebody's got to move money around. Somebody's got to. And by the way, side note, you guys know that I also am into finance, and I have been telling you. Remember, I told you NVIDIA. I know people who are in the field of AI, and they said NVIDIA is going to bounce, and it hit over it. I bought it at $900 a share. It's $1,100 a share, and what they do this week, So if you can buy any stock by NVIDIA, they're going to take it, and one share is $1,100, right? They're going to split it 10 times. So now you have 10 shares so that it makes it cheaper for more people to buy. So it could triple. And I told you to hold on to that NVIDIA and indeed. Yeah. And that, and Teresa Campbell thank you, Teresa Campbell, for Chisla. She sent me a note right after you sent me that note, Teresa, about NVIDIA. My financier called me and said, holy moly, do you know what just happened? And I'm like, what? And I said, but then I told her, I said, I already know. I was told by a follower. I give you stock picks, guys. I am kicking sellers. I sure am. Spells Jilsis, Connie. Jilsis. Okay, go on 216 the net or go on YouTube. It's Jilsis. Jillsus. Jilsis. Okay.
Yep.
Jilsis Tarot. Okay, you can find it on there. You can go on my YouTube too.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, I did, but Ivo said, yep, yes, I'm telling you. Yeah. AMD is not doing as well as NVIDIA, but I have become almost like a finance guru sort of. I'm not. I don't claim I'm perfect because I did lose a little bit of money on NVIDIA earlier because it took a. I should have. I'm warning you guys. Park your money. Park your money around September, October because of the election. Because we all know who's going to win, and it's going to put every. I don't feel it's going to be real bad because there's not going to be a change. Okay. Yes, Ivo said, yes, you did say that. Hi, Wendy. So, yeah. So I'm just, if I can tell you what to do, I talk to thousands of people around the globe. They tell me, they go, well, you know, AI, good AI companies, NVIDIA, I bet they're going to go over 1,000 a share. So I did my research. And I got it, and it's over at 1,100 right now a share, and they're going to split it. Have you heard of Bitcoin? I am not involved in Bitcoin. I do have 20,000 shares of Bitcoin. I can't remember what is it in. I can't remember which Bitcoin, but I do have some Bitcoin. So yes, I do. But just a little. I think I spent $100 and I ended up with lots of shares. It did really well. But I'm very cautious with it because I remember I told you to be careful with Bitcoin because there's companies that they're scammy. So, okay.
All right. Before we get into questions, I just want to give a shout out to Sue and our good friends over at Diamond's Natural Store. Hey, if you haven't ordered anything from them, your first you get 10% off your first order. They got great things out there. Even if you are a bird lover, you know, they've got this cute little bird fleece teepee. You know, for a large parakeet, whatever, you name it. They've got toys for cats, toys for dogs, healthy pet food, healthy flea and tick. I mean, this is all natural for your fur babies. And do us a favor, even if you don't have a fur baby, share this website with somebody that does, because we are absolutely in love with Diamond's Natural Store and everything that they can do for pets.
Yep. Sue's great. She's become a friend of mine. She does, and I've been by. I need to make another order of her duck hearts. You know, that sounds gross, but they're freeze dried, and the dogs are crazy for them. Like, it's unbelievable how much they like those.
Do you give them freeze dried, or do you add a little water and moisten them up?
Oh no, you just give them to them like a treat.
Yep, I've heard both ways. So.
Oh, you have heard? I've never heard water to them. Really, I've never heard that. Huh, okay. All right. Someone wants to, before I start anything, they want to say NVIDIA. Yes, man's best friend. Yes, is NVIDIA. NAVIDIA. Yep, NVIDIA. Yep. And it looks, and on the stock market, it's NVDA, I believe. I believe. IA maybe. But I just know that hey, if I hear things, I share it with you guys. I'm telling you, and one more time, he's not going to serve a day, guys. He might, I don't know. Something's up with Donald Trump. You guys don't understand. I remember I told you he was going to do something that's going to be his undoing. Do you hear? Is this true? I have to look this up. That he wants to make his son vice president.
Who?
That Donald Trump wants to make his son vice president. Is that true?
I don't know. I wish he'd go away. Anyway, all right.
I don't know if that's true. All I know is that I said he'd be indicted way back 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I said he'd be tried and found guilty, but never serve a day.
Yeah, literally.
So, wait.
Literally too much time in people's brains. And the out on NASDAQ, it's NVDA for NVIDIA. Yep. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's ask some questions.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me some questions, you guys. I'm good. I got one right away, and I want to go ahead, Teresa. I'm going to take talk. Go ahead, Teresa.
Okay, Teresa says, "Will my husband's first workers' comp case for his back be settled soon?"
I want to say you're going to get some type of success going forward before the end of the year. So you might be in October, November-ish, Teresa. Okay. All right. I got somebody comment made. Have you noticed there's a weird energy for the past 3 days? And yes, I have noticed. I've been feeling really wonky the last couple of days. I've had so many. My friend, the evolutionary, told me that. Now, don't hold me to this. Mars is something's in Uranus, and it's retrograde, and it's really, really heavy, kind of a negative energy for a while. I can't remember exactly what she told me, but she goes, just beware that everything's going to be really strange for about 6 weeks. So it's almost like a Mercury retrograde. Okay. Like it's Uranus in retrograde in God, I can't remember what but anyway, I just have noticed it. Yes, I have too. All right. So yeah. Okay. So go ahead.
Wendy jumps in and says, "Should I travel to the West Coast this July?"
If you go, it's gonna be late July. 3rd week or 4th week, Wendy? Yes, I think you are gonna go. Seems like it. Okay. All right. Let me take anybody got any questions off of Instagram they can ask. Sun flares are higher. Says yes, I've heard that too. The sun flares are real active, and they've been throwing people off too.
Absolutely. Frankie says, "I plan on hanging out with Brian this weekend. Will it be a great time between us?"
Yes. I feel like you are very happy. I feel like you're content and happy. Okay. All right. Let's see. Get people. All right. Hold on here. Will you buy your neighbor's house? No. The garden. I think you're going to find. Are you wanting to buy it? It was offered to you. Or are you going to find something better? Because it seems like there's something that's some type of paperwork with you or something. Okay. So just to let you know. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Sanjun says, "Hi, Lana. Will my parents pay me back the money they borrowed this month?"
It's going to be a while. Yes. It's going to be a while in pieces, right? But it's going to be a while. So, hey, it's interesting to see parents borrowing money because, man, I'm borrowing out money all the time to my own kids, But I'm telling you, their generation's suffering compared to what we did. They you know what I'm saying? Like my youngest is a Z, my other two are millennials. My 2 millennials own a house. My youngest can't get one. I got too much debt because I got a student loan, and she can't get anything. And I just see the Z's struggling. So I get it though. I get it. All right. So here we go. The gardens. I wanted that house for you. The owner just died. You're going to have something to do. Maybe it's the probate. You're going to have trouble with paperwork here. Okay. The garden. I don't know what that all means. If you are patient, it's going to take a long time. And I don't know why. Maybe 1.5 years or more. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Okay. All right.
Good morning. Jumps in, says, "Will I find a good job in marketing I'm happy with in terms of company reputation and pay?"
Ishika, I don't think you're going to go into marketing. You're going into something slightly different. I want you to keep an open mind to that. It's something to do with sort of that, but it's not quite the same thing you're looking for. And I want you to look around for something else. You will be happier. Okay. I want to say it's almost like you in a way you feel empty, like unfulfilled in a way. You know what I'm saying? I think there's another job for you. I want you, it's related to it. I want you to just put it in your back of your mind. Okay. All right. Okay.
There we go. Let's go with Evo says, and welcome in, says, please confirm that Ben B will resolve issues, blockages, so that we can start the logistics project in Mozambique by July 2024. Thank you.
It's not going to be July. It'll be August. Ivo, it'll be August. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Kaylee wants to know, should I look at my ex? Do you want to open that can of worms? That's exactly what I heard, Kaylee. There's a can of worms to be opened here. You know you know what I'm saying, I believe. I just repeat what I am told to say to you. Okay. And that's coming from a guide or a person from the other side. You would open up a can of worms that you may not be able to close. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Says, yeah, I've been having a hard time finding a job that just feels like a good fit for
yes. Honey, I want it more people-based, more client-based, more I want you to find it, and it's there. It's there, hon. I want you to look at a job that will reward you with compensation, or will reward you with bonuses and stuff. Like that'll motivate you. That's part of the problem. You don't feel like you're being appreciated and you're doing all this work. But it's coming. And it's a woman boss, and she has kind of a curl to her hair. Curly. Kind of about this length. And it's all kind of okay. Just let me know. All right.
Good culture. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Tracy says, I filed for something. Will I get an approval?
Okay. I filed. They are deciding right now, I think. They can't decide. They're going to come back to you and they're going to ask you 2 or 3 things, and then you'll get an approval. Does that make sense? They want the 2 or 3 things, and then you'll get it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Kaylee goes, of course it does. Of course it opens a can of worms. No, like I think you might be regretful is my point. That's what I was trying to mean. I meant, Kaylee. Please be careful. Think it through. Okay. Okay.
Awesome. Anything on TikTok? And again, if you have a question for Lana, this is the time to throw.
Yes, ask me anything right now. I don't have too many on. I'm on Canada, in Toronto. If you guys don't know, I have a VPN, and I'm just changing it up constantly to see what kind of followers I get. So I get different people from different places. And so I don't have too many people now, but on the TikTok. But Kelly wants to know, will the court date go in my favor? Is it going to cost you money? Is it going to cost you money? I'm just asking, because it seems like it might cost. If it costs you money, then it doesn't go in your favor. I just know it's going to cost you money. Okay. But there's peace involved in it too. You're going to have peace. So I don't know does that make sense? Let me know. I don't, hey, I get what I get. Yeah, it has. Okay. Yep. It has. Okay. There's money involved. You're going to have to pay more money. Yes. Okay. But, yeah, it'll be ending soon. It'll end up real soon, by the way. Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead.
It says we're being spoiled. Thank you for sharing your time.
Oh, thank you, Ivo. No problem.
KD says, good day to all.
Hi, Katie.
That's it.
Hi, guys. Let's see the new people here. Got a couple more. I got 4 more minutes. Will you close on your business this week? You got some papers to sign, and you're going to be having a meeting, and something's to do with Thursday. So either you're going to hear about it for the appointment, or you're going to do it Thursday. Okay. Seems like it's Thursday. Okay. Now I could be off week. So don't hold. I've done that before where I'm like, oh, it's Thursday. And by the way, I thought this was an interesting thing. I had a woman, her mother has passed, and she was passing. She was in hospice. And I said, I don't know why, but I said 2 and a 9. She was buried on the 29th. So, and I'm like, I don't know why I get numbers like that. I just share what I'm in debt to you guys. Whenever I try to do something, it's about myself. You know what I mean? In a selfish way or anything, I fall flat on my face. I do. I just do. But as long as I'm always thinking, how can I help everybody? When I'm doing something, I'm successful. So it's almost like automatic karma, isn't it? So
Wait, you're not perfect.
don't I wish? No, I'm nothing like you, Kent. Come on, we all know you're perfect.
I just have a perfect hairdo. That's it. It's
There
never
you
up.
go.
It's
Yes,
never up.
yes, you do. You do have a perfect hairdo. You're right. All right. Will we ever settle the state? It's going to go into early next year. Mickey's adjustments, but it'll be settled then. Early next year. It might be December, but it's around that area. It's like maybe January, February. Okay. It'll be settled. Well. Okay.
What do you see for the rest of this summer? It started out kind of wet, kind of mushy here in the Midwest.
Okay. Good question, because you guys know I watch the weather very closely because I have a farm, and people don't understand when I have 5 acres, but I got horses eating pasture. I have to watch that grass. And what happened last year? We had a drought. So what'll happen is the really noxious weeds will fill in because the grass isn't growing. So then I'm out there throwing grass. Now it's overly wet. What it's going to do is, I think, this is me, and I'm not even sure if it's me as a psychic or me as running a farm, because I watch shot signs. It's going to get extremely hot and dry in late July or
okay.
so, and I think that we're not going to get the rain we need, and it's going to dry out. But it's not going to affect the plants too much because we're drenched. We are just drenched. I mean, I went out on my UTV. I have a UTV, and I took it out to the back pasture. There's a hayfield on my property, and it was underwater. I couldn't even. They can't even harvest the hay. It's so wet out there. So yeah. Plus, please be careful. I have seen 5 turtles now. 3 are dead. People, this is their breeding season. See a turtle crossing the road. Would you please not try to hit? I mean, seriously, people, you have to see when the thing is this big that there is a turtle in the road. Come on now, have some earth consciousness. You know, I actually have to move them apart, and you never move them. Did you guys know that, by the way? If you see a turtle crossing the road, you cross it to the other side, or you put it back to the other side, but you don't move them. They can't handle. They will die. This is true. I heard this. They can't handle. They're territorial. They can only handle about a 3-mile move at the most, and they just can't handle it. So just move the turtle across.
Oh, well, there's her. I think we said we were having issues with the internet, and well, there she had one. Of course, you're listening to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. She is literally the black box right over here. Her Wi-Fi must have gone out. Anyway, I'm just going to shout out. We're almost to the end of the show here. Hey, Ida, good to have you with us. But one big thing is check out our good friend Sue and her store, diamondsnaturalstore.com, for all your fur babies' healthy diet needs. Your first order, of course, will be 10% off. And you got cats. Everybody loves cats, not everybody, but most. And they've got things, farmhounds dehydrated chicken wings for your cats, dehydrated duck feet for your cats, duck necks, and that can be for your dog or your cat. But just all natural goodness for your fur babies. Lana just texted in, said that her computer is dead. And Teresa said, "Yep, Down's not." So she's not logging back in. So with that, we're going to end about 30 seconds early. But again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here on Metaphysical Meanderings. We're here at 216 every other Wednesday. Best thing that we can say is like, follow, subscribe to all of Lana's EnchantedSky.com, her YouTube, her Twitch, her Twitter, her Clapper, her you name it, she's probably on it. Follow and like her. She's doing a ton of stuff and a ton of good for everybody out there. We absolutely love her. So for all of us here at 216 Creator Studios, for our friends and the support over at DiamondsNaturalStore.com, and for Lana herself, who did a disappearing act on us thanks to the internet, enjoy the week, be safe, and reach out and definitely book a reading with Lana. Until then, folks, be good, be good, be good, be good, be good. And there it is.